have ever wondered how a tiny island with no natural resources became one of the world's most dynamic cities? Stick around. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why Singapore captivates millions every year. Our journey begins with a quick leap back in time, when this place was a modest trading outpost known as Temasek, then Singapura, the Lion City. In 1819, a new chapter opened as Singapore became a British trading hub, drawing people from China, India, the Malay archipelago, and beyond. Through war, hardship, and rebuilding, Singapore pressed forward. In 1965, it took a brave step into independence, and in the decades since, it has transformed with breathtaking speed from third world to first through education, industry, and visionary urban planning. But the numbers and milestones only tell part of the story. The real heartbeat of Singapore is its people, Chinese, Malay, Indian, Eurasian, and many others living side by side. You'll hear 4 official languages: English, Mandarin, Malay, and Tamil, and a cheerful local blend called Singlish, a playful reminder that cultures here don't just coexist, they mingle. On one street you might pass a mosque, a Buddhist temple, a Hindu shrine, and a church, each with doors open, each part of the same neighborhood rhythm. Let's step into the city together. Look up and the skyline is unmistakable. 3 towers rise like titans, joined at the top by a gleaming ship in the sky. That's Marina Bay Sands, an icon that captures Singapore's go big or go home spirit. From the Sky Park, the city spreads out like a circuit board of light. Stay till evening and you'll understand why the skyline itself feels like a show. Just next door, you'll find a dream of the future rooted in nature, gardens by the bay. Steel and sap green. Supertrees soar above you, draped in orchids and ferns, storing solar power by day and exploding into music and light by night. Stroll the skyway between them, and you'll see a city that decided concrete and chlorophyll should be friends. Step inside the cooled conservatories and you'll wander through a mountain of mist in the cloud forest and a globe-spanning botanical gallery in the flower dome. It's engineering with a soul. When you need sand between your toes, head to Sentosa, an island of play and sun just minutes from downtown. Ride a cable car over the harbor, drift onto palm-lined beaches, and jump from roller coasters to aquariums to coastal forts in a single afternoon. Whether you're here for family fun, adrenaline, or a laid-back sunset, Sentosa is a pocket-sized vacation within the city. But Singapore isn't just a postcard, it's a living tapestry. Wander into Chinatown and the scent of incense and dim sum leads you through rows of shophouses painted in pastel heritage. Cross over to Little India, where flower garlands glow, saris shimmer, and spices curl up from busy kitchens. Then glide to Kampong Glam, where the golden dome of the Sultan Mosque anchors lanes that hum with cafes, textiles, and street art. Each district is distinct, yet each is unmistakably Singaporean. Now let's talk about the city's favorite pastime, eating. In Singapore, food isn't a break from life, it is life. The best way to taste it all is at hawker centres, buzzing halls packed with humble stalls, each a tiny temple to a dish perfected over generations. Join the queue, that's how you know you're in the right place. Start with Hainanese chicken rice, simple, fragrant, and quietly addictive. Crack into chili crab, sweet, spicy, gloriously messy, and utterly worth the napkins. Slurp laksa, rich and coconut creamy with a peppery kick. Hunt down char kway teow for smoky noodles, satay for charred skewers and peanut sauce, roti prata for crispy chewy bliss dipped in curry. Grab kaya toast and soft-boiled eggs for breakfast. Cool down later with chendol or ice kacang. Hawker centres are Singapore's public dining room. Affordable, communal, and unbelievably delicious. Getting around is part of the fun. The MRT is the city's circulatory system, clean, fast, and almost absurdly reliable. Tap in, step on, and before you've scrolled your feet twice, you're across town. Buses knit together the neighborhoods, bike paths lace through parks, and taxis or ride-hailing apps cover the rest. Trains glide in, announcements chime, and the rules, no eating, no drinking, keep everything spotless. It's public transport as it should be. Behind the scenes, technology hums. Singapore is a living lab for innovation. Cashless payments are ubiquitous, public services live on your phone, and trial fleets of autonomous vehicles are edging into tomorrow. Startup hubs buzz with ideas, from fintech to biotech to smart farming. Even water gets the high-tech treatment, recycled and purified to world-class standards. The point isn't tech for tech's sake, it's tech that quietly makes life smoother. And through it all, this city remains green, intentionally, relentlessly green. From the first tree-planting campaigns to today's skyline jungles, Singapore chose to be a city in a garden. Almost half the island is cloaked in greenery. Park connectors thread neighborhoods together, rooftop farms sprout above schools and homes, and buildings wear living facades like vertical forests. On weekends, joggers and cyclists flow along shady corridors, and in the middle of the metropolis, you might still lock eyes with a hornbill or hear monkeys chattering in a nature reserve. It's proof that density and nature can share the same address. For a slower day, wander the Botanic Gardens, a UNESCO treasure that unfurls orchids, rainforest, and calm. Explore heritage quarters where old-school bakeries share blocks with third-wave coffee. Take a riverside walk past colonial landmarks and modern museums. Window shop the glitter of Orchard Road, then slip down a side street for a bowl of noodles that costs less than your bus ride. In Singapore, the high and the humble sit happily at the same table. If you're planning a visit, know this: the best experiences here are often the simplest. Wake up early for a hawker breakfast and watch the city yawn and stretch. Ride the MRT to a neighborhood you can't pronounce and wander until a scent hooks you. Learn a few phrases, la, lo, can, la, and smile when you hear them coming back at you. Respect the rules. They're part of what keeps the place humming. Hydrate, embrace the tropical weather, and chase the golden hour around Marina Bay. As day melts into night, find your way back to the water's edge. The skyline flickers on in layers: office towers, the lotus bloom of the Art Science Museum, the grace of the Helix Bridge, and the quiet lionfish silhouette of the Malayan watching over the bay. Music drifts from somewhere, the Supertrees pulse to life, and the city glows like a promise kept. Singapore is often described in opposites: east and west, old and new, city and garden. But here those contrasts aren't contradictions. They're companions. This is a place built on pragmatism and possibility, a city that decided it would be many things at once, and then, somehow, became them all. So whether you come for the food or the futurism, the culture or the calm, the order or the unexpected, you'll leave with a story that tastes of all of it. And if you listen closely on your last night, as lights ripple across the bay and the air smells faintly of rain and jasmine, you might hear the city whisper what it's been saying all along. Welcome, make yourself at home, and come back soon. If you enjoyed this journey, hit like, subscribe for more around the world deep dives, and tell us in the comments which slice of Singapore you're most excited to experience: chili crab at midnight, a sky-high swim at sunset, or a quiet morning among orchids. Thank you for watching. Until next time, Majula Singapura, Onward Singapore.
Savannah.